So we're here, Warrior Island. What's it called? The Karate Action Weekend.
Action Martial Hall.
Mega Weekend.
Action Martial Arts Hall of Honors.
Mega Weekend.
Mega Weekend. Yes.
I am here with multiple Hall of Famer Dan Severn. Not only does he have the best mustache here, NWA champion, UFC champion, WWE superstar.
You missed out on the KFC champion as well.
Oh.
Come on now, Kentucky.
Extra crispy.
But
We're talking about a few different things there, but we're just going to learn a little bit more about my background. And I made the comment that most people only know Dan Severn because I walked into a cage.
right.
And the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and my very first match, I suplexed my opponent a couple different times, and people are going, he's going to kill him, he's going to break his neck. I walked in there doing what I knew how to do. Amateur wrestling, freestyle wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling. I'm a very versatile athlete in the grappling arts.
And you were in UFC when there wasn't weight classes?
UFC number 4 was my first one. Again, our technology has advanced immensely. Pay-per-views today you can watch right off your cell phone.
Right.
The cell phone was not that prevalent back in 93, 94.
No.
Pay-per-views were only played in the big metropolitan area, so it might be played in Philadelphia.
Sure.
But on small outlying areas, no, you're not going to get pay-per-view. But now you can watch it off your cell phone.
Right. Or if you wait a few minutes, it'll be on YouTube. And,
As soon as the event closes, you're going to save yourself $49.95.
Yeah, true. You're going to be here all weekend signing autographs. And I love that you have the UFC belt and the NWA championship here.
The reason for that is it is a historic opportunity. Most people don't realize my first profession was a professional wrestler.
Oh, you say wrestler?
Wrestler. There's a difference between an amateur wrestler and a professional wrestler. You know.
You don't use that term superstar.
Well, no, you can throw superstar in there as well.
Okay.
You have to learn how to talk. You gotta learn, hey, you right there, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. So that's professional wrestling.
You peed a little bit, didn't you? Right there. You did pee a little bit, didn't you?
Touch me.
The reality is I've been about in multiple industries, but I've never changed to Dan Severn. I was a Dan Severn, Dan to be Severn. When I walked into the world of professional wrestling, I kept my name, I kept my credentials.
Right.
Very unique because Vince likes to have a lot of control.
Did he give you that nickname? The Beast was before.
That was actually, I'll give the Phoenix there to NFL Hall of Famer Jim Brown. He was one of the play-by-play commentators for probably 4 or 5 events. When he first met me, he goes, Dan, I didn't really think that much about you because he goes, you were the only guy to show up, other than Ron Van Cleef, to show up at the press conference wearing a sports jacket, a tie, wearing your glasses. He said I could tell you're an intelligent man. He goes, this big man's about to have his ass handed to him when he climbs in his cage. He goes, watching you climb into that cage was watching like Clark Kent turn into Superman.
And he took the glasses off?
Glasses off, and dun dun dun. He goes, you're out there, you're suplexing people, you're dropping knees on it, you're hammer fisting. He goes, I've never seen a person transform. He goes, you are like an animal, you're like a beast.
I got it. I'm sitting here.
Dan the Beast Severn, I give him credit for giving me the ring name, but to me, the ring name, the Beast, has a lot of negative connotations. Anyone that has ever met me and has had any kind of interaction with me know that negativity is the least of my qualities. I'm a very positive, I'm a very motivational type of individual. So I came up with an acronym that stood for the Beast.
Okay, the
words THC stands for Dan Severn. I'm a teacher, humanitarian, and I'm an educator.
Say that again. Say that again.
I am a teacher, humanitarian, and educator. The THE.
Oh.
Most people don't realize I actually have a teaching degree from Arizona State University. I'm a teacher. Now think of me
Beast
as
with brains.
Oh, he's the most mind-blowing human being I've ever met.
But I'm your woodworking shop teacher, so think of me wearing like a doctor smock, safety glasses, known as Mr. Severn, your shop teacher, and yes, I have all my appendages. Not like most of them, they go, hi, how you doing?
Right.
But then also, where was I going with the thoughts? Okay,
You're the Beast.
Okay. And my message, my message to young people is please to believe in yourself, to educate yourself, to adjust your everyday attitude, to study hard, and then to teach others, because you can't take it with you. We will all die one day, but what will you be remembered for? I know my tombstone will simply state this: you made a difference. Question.
Mike, you worked with Owen Hart a lot. You have an Owen Hart rib store. Did he ever get? I don't know. Owen Hart probably never ribbed you.
No, I mean, no, I don't have a rib story. I do have a couple like Owen Hart type stories, and even more recently, when I say more recently, just last week alone, I get an odd phone number calling in, and again, as I say, I don't answer my phone unless I know who it is.
That's you.
I listen to the message. It is. They say it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh.
And I'm like, and it's a California phone number, stuff like that. And I'm thinking, is it really him, or is somebody just pretend to be him? And so one of my buddies cracking a rib. Well, anyway, I eventually called back, and it was him. And now we worked at the roughly the same time. He had a longer career with the WWF than what I did. And what he was calling me about was, he goes, a friend of mine just showed me a match with you and Owen Hart. Now, anyone that knows Steve's past, he had a match with Owen Hart, and he took a tombstone,
Right.
of which he literally got hurt.
It ruined his career.
Yes,
that.
exactly. He goes, brother, he says, I just watched you in your match. He goes, the exact same thing happened to you. He says, you took full impact. He goes, are you okay? I said, well, I goes, you are correct, Steve. I did take full impact. I said, I had a bolt of lightning run down my spine and my leg, and as I laid there, because it's part of the role of, I'm going to lay there, and they're going to take me on a stretch backward. I laid there, but I made certain I made a very subtle movement. I made sure I still had feeling in my feet.
Okay.
And even Owen at that time leaned down, because he freaked out, and he actually reached out and he grabbed my hand, and he goes, if you are okay, please squeeze my hand. So they take me out on the backboard, stuff like that. Well, as soon as I go through the magical curtains, I got off the backboard, took the brace off, stuff like that. Now he comes up to me, he goes, well, why did you squeeze my hand? At that point in time, I grabbed him. And I'm like, why did you drop me on my head for real?
Oh, yeah.
I go, you violated the number one rule of professional wrestling. Number one rule is you protect me and I protect me and I protect you. You violated that. I go, you think I'm going to protect you next time we ever step in that ring? I go, think again, brother. Think again. You violated the rule. So I mean, I was pissed.
Yeah.
Because that is the number one rule.
Right.
Throughout my career, I've been an amateur wrestler, professional wrestler, a cage fighter. I've been hurt worse in my professional wrestling career. Number two was in my amateur wrestling career. The safest thing I've done is climb into a cage and cage fight people. Now think about that. Is that
crazy?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But you gotta look at the sheer number of matches.
And the officiating in UFC. Oh, not when you. They stop it right away if somebody.
Back in the early era of the UFC, there was no referee stop.
Right. It was a Wild West.
It was your corner could throw the towel in, you could submit, or your corner could throw the towel in. I started my career in 1969. I was teaching the sport by 1971. By 1976, I'm the #1 amateur wrestler in the United States at my weight class. Now again, think about how many decades I'm crossing over here right now.
I know. Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
By 1996, 2 more decades later, I'm the #1 cage fighter in the world. I'm Vince's oldest rookie ever at 48 years
I know.
of age.
That's amazing. Everybody talks about Diamond Dallas Page. I didn't even know that about you. I don't know if that was like a well-kept secret, but good Lord.
It's a shock.
Yeah.
I'm going on 62. Do I look like a 60-year-old cat?
I tell you what.
I don't move like a 60-year-old cat. I don't think like a 60-year-old cat.
You look like Tom Selleck.
Well, his younger
Tom Selleck.
Brother.
Yeah, you look
younger
like
brother. That's all.
Well,
I only wish I could made the money he made. That's all.
Like I said, Mr. Severn, I'm from Philadelphia, and I drove all the way down here. I'm going to drive home with a broken headlight, maybe get a ticket. But it was just an honor to meet you and talk to you, and I have so much respect.
Just kidding. Okay, so we just wrap on.
That's it. We're done.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.